I've been having some thoughts about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 as far as the trilogy goes. I keep wondering where we're going to start as the party in the next game. To me, there's only a few possibilities, and there's one particular thing they could do, but that doesn't necessarily answer where we are going to start as the actual main characters. I think this could go one of a few ways, and one of the ways I think they could touch on Sephiroth's backstory as it's been told in Ever Crisis. I haven't personally played that. That's not my style of thing. I haven't watched any of the videos. I have faith that this trilogy is telling the story it wants to tell. So they could dive deep into Sephiroth, show us young Sephiroth, how he gets his sword, how he comes to be, beyond what we already saw in the basement of the manor. So that could act as somewhat of a tutorial. It could show some new mechanics. It could get us acquainted with combat, and we'd get another chance to be Sephiroth. Probably the absolute last time. But that still raises the question, where will the party be? And I think this could go one of two ways, honestly. Let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas. But I think one of the places we could start the game, I could see Rocket Town being introduced. They could act like that the tiny Bronco had problems, and the game opens us up in this town. Sid's working on it. We see the rocket. We get some of his backstory. We meet Shara. Some of those things that we did, before going to the temple like we did in Rebirth. I could see us going from there to Bone Village or Icicle Inn, if Bone Village is even going to exist at this point. We'll see. I think it could be cool. They could make the digging like a whole endeavor. I still want to find the lost key to Midgar and all that stuff. That'll be cool. They could add so much more to it. The other possibility I see is starting at the Icicle Inn. This is most likely what's going to end up happening, because when a game is so vast like Rebirth was, you had a long section in the beginning where you're kind of contained. You're on a set path, and the game doesn't open up for a couple hours of playtime. They sort of like to do this to show you mechanics and get you acquainted with the party. We'll probably have some character tutorials again, which is fine. I know some people that have problems with being forced to play some of the characters. I mean, the OG did it, and for a 150-hour game, a 20-minute section is not going to ruin my opinion on it. But nonetheless, I can see us starting at the Icicle Inn, and if you remember correctly, if you played the OG, you get quite a bit of backstory there on Aerith, Professor Gast, her mother, Ifalna. That could be quite a heavy open-up depending on how they do that, because that scene was pretty dark and it's missable. The problem that I have here is, are we really just opening up with snowboarding? Are we going to open up after everything that just happened and just go flying down this mountain? All smiles, That's kind of the meme of the first game, like, oh, Aerith died. All right, time to snowboard. It's weird. And then we're going to end up in this area that is supposed to be quite confusing and tough. It has many of its own mechanics, which makes sense if you're already 3/4 of the way through a game already, but this is the start of this game. They treat each of these games as a standalone in a way. The story is connected, but gameplay and mechanics and progression is always from scratch. This is going to be a weird spot. Like the snowy cliffs and all those maze-like areas where you can pass out if you get too cold. You got to keep your temperature up. There's all kinds of stuff to find. Are we going to be able to find Alexander like right away? I'm pretty sure we found Alexander in Rebirth. But where we start this game is specifically important to me, because this trilogy even happening is like a dream come true, to be honest. It's like the 30-year cook. It's everything I wanted in a game, and for the most part, they've nailed it beyond what I ever thought it could be. Final Fantasy VII OG is one of my favorite games of all time, and now I openly welcome Remake and Rebirth into that squad all the same. It's going to be bittersweet. It's going to be the beginning of the end of the most epic journey that I've been on, the most meaningful, emotional ride that entertainment has ever given me. I know there's been plenty of speculation on where we start. I know there's a few theories, but I thought I would just give mine to you. I haven't made a video in a minute because I've had a few things pop up and things I've had to take care of, but I'm going to be trying to get back on this and keep on pushing, keep on covering the games I love. Let me know how you feel about Rebirth, if you played it, if you played Remake, if you played the OG. I want to talk about this game. I haven't talked about it nearly enough on this channel. I've been kind of holding back from talking about it much on this channel. I've been holding it close. I'm not trying to argue, you know, I'm no lore expert or anything like that. I'm not heavy on the who's dating who and all that. That is your experience. And that's what makes the game so special, is because it can make us all feel so many different things. It's so legendary, but I just want to talk more about it. Let me know what you think. Let me know where we're starting. Let me know if you love the game. And I will talk to you on the next video.